Hi, I'm Dave.
And I'm Becky, and we're parents to two little kids. Parenting isn't always easy. There are ups and downs, good days and bad days, days with way too much TV, and days with lots of laughter. Moments where you just feel overwhelmed, and moments where you've never felt more proud.
At the end of the day, parenting is super rewarding, but also super hard. This podcast is for all the parents out there who feel like they have no idea what they're doing, because we're right there with you. This is the Spillproof podcast. Welcome back to the Spillproof podcast. I'm Dave.
And I'm Becky.
And today we are talking about Christmas of 2021.
Yes.
And it is just days away from Valentine's Day of 2022.
So we're really on top of things in 2022, as you can see.
Yes, and we had a little bonus episode, I think a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of explained, we took a little bit of a break. We only plan on having about 25 episodes a year to make time for the family, but still have time for this and have fun. So gives us a little bit of a break time. So we're going to have a couple of episodes here that are going to kind of go back into 2021. I know we want to kind of forget 2021 and hope that 2022 is better, but we're going to reminisce a little bit.
Yeah. So Christmas 2021.
So just to backtrack real quick, we are not going to go into our traditions. So we've already done an episode on that. That actually was episode 16. So if you want to stop listening and go back and listen to that first and then come back to listen to this, by all means. But we're going to skip a lot of that tradition stuff and go under the assumption that you've listened to that episode. As I hit my mic stand.
Yeah, so I went into Christmas 2021 with a lot of anxiety because I feel like there was a lot of build-up and expectations because Christmas 2020 was all over the place. So,
and if you haven't listened to our Thanksgiving episode, also listen to that.
Yeah. So there was just a lot of anxiety building up because it was like, what are we going to do? Are we going to do, like your side's smaller. It's us, your mom, and your brother. So that's like.
Yeah, it's like our family plus two people and a dog.
And so that was less of a concern. But on my side, there's, I don't know, like 16, 17 people.
It's bigger.
So bigger. And like last year we had done it outside.
Mm-hmm.
And this year.
It was like raining and.
It was a little, but it was like 50s, but raining.
Yeah, it was warm-ish. Warm for upstate New York.
Yeah.
But it was super wet.
Yeah. And then it was, if you've listened to our Thanksgiving episode, you know that we were hesitant that people were going to make us take at-home tests again, which we have taken at-home tests since then to like see if we actually had COVID.
Yeah, we still stand by
colds.
At-home tests.
We just had a bad experience.
But we kind of boycotted them for this
We
holiday.
did. We were like, we want to have as much of a normal Christmas as possible.
And we can't. Everybody was COVID free. We met.
Yeah.
We were safe, and nobody got COVID.
Mm-hmm. There was a suggestion, like the morning of Christmas Eve, to test, and I was like, I can't tell if this is a joke or not, but we're not going to test.
But no,
and we were all fine. We were fine.
Yeah, everybody was. There wasn't like everyone was honest. Nobody came in with a cough or a fever just to be there.
No, yeah, everyone knew like that would have not been an okay thing to do, but everyone was fine. Everyone was healthy. It was great. It was fun. So once that, like the 2 weeks prior was a lot of anxiety. Once that was done.
The build up too.
The build up. Yeah, the build up was like not great, but I would say Christmas itself was super fun.
I think this might have been one of the best Christmases so far with kids. This is last year we had 2 kids, but barely. I mean, Emmy really
was
knows.
like 4 months.
Yeah, she didn't really know what was going on, but this time she got to like experience opening presents, and Owen was more into it this year because last year he kind of he was, but he was didn't.
Almost there. But this year he fully understood the concept and opening presents and yeah.
So normally what we do is we do Becky's parents' house on Christmas Eve, our house on Christmas Day,
Mm-hmm.
And then we go over to my mom's house and have Christmas with her and my brother.
On Christmas Day, yeah.
On
So we do like
yeah.
Christmas morning at our house and then the rest of the day at your mom's house.
As we've probably mentioned before, and we're probably going to get him on sometime on this podcast, my brother's a nurse in the pediatric ICU. So he has some kind of weird schedule most of the time. This year, he unfortunately, due to staffing hours, they needed more people there. So he actually had to work both Thanksgiving and Christmas. So we actually ended up having to do Christmas at...
I think it was like 2 days early.
Yeah, it was like a couple days
Tuesday,
before.
Maybe.
So we actually did Christmas with my family like 2 or 3 days early.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did Christmas Eve at your parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Christmas Day, we had Christmas here. And it was actually kind of nice because we did Christmas, opened all the presents, and then the grandparents actually came over, both sets. Because everyone else was doing their own thing on all the other families. So they came over, and we kind of had like a nice...
Like brunch.
Brunch, yeah.
Yeah, we had a nice little brunch, and it was fun and super relaxed and laid back. And
like I would do that again.
Loved it. Yeah.
You know, pulled out the extra table, pulled some chairs up, and everyone just kind of... The kids played with their toys, and it was fun.
Yeah, we don't have a great setup for entertaining at our house with the playroom. Like this, the playroom could be...
We're better at outdoor entertaining.
An entertainment area, yeah. But right now, just with 2 little ones, there's just toys everywhere. And
every room is a playroom.
Yeah, the room that we would...
The mudroom office just turned into half a playroom now, so...
Yeah, so they can run through it. But yeah, our before we had kids, our more entertaining room was the room that's not the playroom. So I didn't think we were really going to fit anywhere, but we brought a second table up into the kitchen, and it was great.
Yeah, everyone fit comfortably. It was great. Egg casserole and sticky buns, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get lunch too?
We had gotten like hors d'oeuvre stuff to eat throughout the day.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And leftovers from Christmas
Christmas Eve
at my parents' house. So we had plenty
shrimp
of
that
food.
had a shelf life of like now.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad brought the shrimp and said, these have to be eaten today.
Like the sooner the better.
Yeah.
They are turning. I think I had some the next day, and I was okay.
Yeah, you survived. No food poisoning.
No food poisoning.
Yeah. But what I remember most, or what's not what I remember, what sticks out most about Christmas at your mom's house was how, I don't even know the right word to describe what Emmy was going through, but it was just, she was so excited to open presents. She didn't care really what was underneath the wrapping paper, but the sheer act of unwrapping presents was filling her with such joy, and
she just loved unwrapping stuff. That's where the pleasure came from.
Yeah, but it also like filled her with like a slight
anxiety,
rage or anxiety. I don't know. Like she felt compelled to open every package as soon as possible. Even when we said to her, oh, that's Daddy's, or that's Uncle Dan's, or that's Owen's, she didn't care. She had to open it. Like compulsion is the exact right word. Like she had to do it. So it was very entertaining watching her start like, oh, this is so fun, unwrapping presents, and go to full on manic,
like
frantic opening presents.
And it was interesting this year too, because again, we mentioned Owen is a little more into it now. And what was interesting this year is that while they loved opening the presents, they felt the need to open all the presents. So they unwrapped them, and then they immediately wanted them out of the box so they could look at them. Set up. And a lot of these things were like play sets, or they required assembly or batteries. I mean, we had no batteries.
And especially at my parents' house, it's kind of a free-for-all when we open presents. There's literally 17 of us opening presents at the same time. It's complete chaos. Yeah, it's a lot. And
the first year of Owen, we actually put him in a giant box. I don't even know what was open from it, to just make sure that he didn't get buried in all the wrapping paper.
Yeah, and that he he felt like he had a safe place during the chaos.
He was a little overwhelmed that year.
So we sat near the end, like near a hallway, so that way if we needed to, we could move the kids to the side. But they were pretty slow in opening presents compared to the other grandkids because they wanted everything taken out of their packages and set up.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that, and I guess I probably should have.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting it either.
It took me by surprise. It really did. And, you know, the unwrapping thing, I get, but the wanting to open immediately and put together before getting to the next present. So they generally were waiting to look at, play with, or put together the toy they just opened before they went to unwrap. Well, Emmy not so much, but Owen really wanted to do that. And I was surprised because I thought, you know, he'd just be like, on to the next, on to the next, on to the next, and then really sad when it was done. And he actually wasn't. He was just all about playing with his toys. So one thing this year was interesting is I think, and every year, there's always those like toys that are a big hit. And sometimes you know they're going to be a big hit, and sometimes you're like, well, that's stupid. And it ends up being like the favorite toy. And I think it's really hard, especially when kids are, you know, 1, 2, 3, not as much when they're 3, but, you know, when they're like young, to try to figure out what they're into. And we've talked about this before on our episode that we talked about toys, I think, that it's really hard to kind of know what a kid is into, because honestly, the difference between toys that are for 3 and under, or under 3, and the difference of toys that are over 3 are vastly different. Like Hot Wheels, for instance, Hot Wheels cars, they're 3 and up. And they're pretty benign for the most part. But then if you go down to that lower level, under 3, it's like those go-go cars that just never shut up. Some of them, be aware, don't have off buttons. And they just talk forever. I think we got 2 of those, and one of them's in the garbage now.
I think so.
Because it was like possessed. So that being said, what do you think were the top toys? Because I picked 3.
Oh gosh, I hadn't
or rather,
thought about that.
What were the top toys, or what did you think that were the top toys going to be?
So
and then
the top toy that jumps to my mind immediately is that pig.
Yes, I don't even know the brand of toy.
I don't know the brand, but when Emmy opened it, your mom got it for her. I thought, what a dumb toy. This is so dumb.
It's like a singing, whistling pig. It doesn't even sing. It just plays music, oinks, and like trots around. And it trots. It really does trot.
And then sometimes it sleeps.
And you can feed it a bottle.
You can feed it a bottle, yeah. And it feels rubbery.
It's like silicone around a hard plastic.
It's interesting. So
toy.
In my head, I said, I don't think I love that. Plus, it's going to pick up.
It picks up everything.
Everything. And it does. But the kids are obsessed with it.
You clean it, and then the next 20 minutes later, it's a hairy pig.
It's covered in hair, yeah.
It's disgusting.
But they have so much fun with it.
They still do.
They fight over it. Owen thinks it's his, and we have to keep telling him it's Emmy's.
So much so that at his birthday, it was his birthday recently that came around, my mom got him this little lizard. It kind of looks like the lizard from Frozen 2, but it's green instead of purple. And it sings and dances and lights up and all these multicolor, red, blue, green combo things. And it's got suction cups for feet so you can stick it on the window. But she got it for him because they love that stuff so much. And they actually kind of like that.
It was the same company.
It's the same
that
company.
Did the pig, but the pig was sold out. She couldn't find the pig
That's right.
anywhere.
She was going to give him a pig and the pig was all gone. So I don't know if that was like a big 2021 Christmas
Did
toy
you guys get
list.
the pig with the baby bottle?
Spillproof
We didn't even bring the
at Gmail.
baby bottle
Let
home.
us know.
It's at your mom's house.
It's fine. It's a choking hazard.
But
yeah, the pig was a big one.
Pig was a big hit. Like I said, I thought it was lame when they first opened it, but it was
and the
awesome.
other thing,
and they do have a blast with it.
They got a little dog, a little blue dog. And it's a pretty benign toy. It's about the same size, maybe 8 inches long. And it's got oblong rollers on it. So it looks like it's
like
waddling around. And it stops and turns and does all that and barks. If you pat it on its back, it can go to sleep. And that was a really big hit too, because the
Mhm.
kids just love chasing around. Our kids just love to run around. That's all they want to
Yeah.
do all the time. That and listen to DuckTales theme song
Yeah.
from the original one in the 90s
Mm-hmm.
or 80s. But that was a really big hit, and I don't even know who got that.
I think my mom got that one. That
Was
blue
it?
dog. Again, she showed it to me before Christmas, and I thought, what a dumb toy. But the kids love it.
They love it. I mean, it's hard to. I mean, no matter what, I think whatever age you are, it's hard to put yourself in the head of a 3-year-old or a 1.5-year-old and be like, that looks fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard
Yeah.
to do.
The things I thought were going to be better but weren't were some of the play sets, like Cars play sets we got for him.
Yeah, the Disney Pixar Cars play sets
Don't hold up well.
they are very, very cheap.
Yeah, you literally pay an arm and a leg for them because
Most of them are discontinued.
most of them are discontinued. You get them on Amazon or whatever. But they don't hold up well. They constantly fall apart. And so I was disappointed in those because I thought Owen was going to have a blast and even Emmy have a blast playing with them, but they fall apart so much they just get really frustrated.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think I'd buy any more of them, to be honest.
No, I wouldn't.
The Hot Wheels ones, they're built really well. He's got a couple of those, and they're really good. But unfortunately, his Pixar cars are a little too wide to fit in the Hot Wheels track. And that brings me to the cars. Those were the biggest hit that I knew that they would be. You know, he loves his cars. Absolutely,
he got so
loves
many.
them.
It's between his birthday and Christmas. He got so many cars. It's absolutely insane.
And those too, they're discontinued. So like some of them are like $45 for a small die-cast
That
Matchbox
he
car.
is gonna
destroy.
like, he does not lovingly. He lovingly plays with them.
They are
but
his treasured toy.
They
mean
are.
the world to him.
He has to bring them into his bedroom every night. He cannot sleep without them in his room. But he does not play with them as if they are treasured toys. He plays rough with them. He likes to play derby.
There's a lot of
with them. So
decals and paint missing off of them. The box that they sit in constantly has to be cleaned out because there's little flecks of paint and stuff in it.
It's
not great.
So we don't buy the $45 ones because
no,
they're just gonna get banged up. But when we find a deal, we'll.
The big thing this year though was the tractors. He really loved the tractors, and he's always been into the tractors. But we happened to find cheaper brand of them, and they're definitely built cheaper.
But they look like regular.
But they look
to
like
him,
the toy.
He can't tell the difference.
I think he broke one within 2 or 3 days of having it.
Yeah. Super glue.
But we were able to. If you ever tried that super glue with the UV light that sets like immediately, that stuff is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
I can't think of any other toys that are really standing out besides those.
I can't even remember any other toys, to be honest. I'm actually getting birthday and Christmas mixed up right now, I think.
Yeah, because his birthday is really a month after Christmas, but. Oh, you know what toy Emmy loves, which was really a gift for Owen, but she plays with it?
What was that?
The doctor set that your brother got.
Oh, yeah. Where is that?
It's in the playroom. But Emmy dresses up as a doctor, a little white coat. I don't know why, but they have this set of yellow glasses. Like doctors don't have to wear glasses, but
they're broken now.
This set has glasses, and she walks around with her little blood pressure cuff and stethoscope, and
she loves that.
She loves playing.
We'll have to get another one of those, maybe for her birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, and her Patagonia hat.
Oh my gosh, she got this little
one.
pink Patagonia hat that she puts on herself and wears all over the house.
My brother always, well, not always, but most of the holidays, he provides some kind of Patagonia something.
It's awesome.
The kids have matching Patagonia jackets, which was Owen's older one that Emmy now wears. But they're like blue with a red zipper, and they look so cute running around in it because they match. They look like little twins.
I know. One of my favorite memories of Christmas was on Christmas Eve at my parents' house. We didn't think Owen was going to nap because he had started to give up naps here and there around that time. And we had thought, his cousins are going to be around. He's just going to be too amped to actually lay down. Emmy napped for maybe an hour, which is a horrible nap for her. She's a consistent 3-hour afternoon nap.
Yeah.
But, we got what we could out of her. But Owen was not even going to rest. And I think the cousins had all gone back to their houses to take a break. And so we thought, oh, this is our chance. We'll kind of lay down on the couch and see if he'll take a nap. And he didn't. So he was pretty crazed and hyped by the time the cousins and the rest of the family members came back for dinner. And he really just wanted to open presents and get to the good part. But, we had to eat dinner, and he had been such a champ all day. We had been there for 5 hours already. But during dinner, he got like a drop of water on his shirt. And he decided that the shirt was too dirty for him to wear. So we're literally sitting at the dining room table, like decorated all fancy with place settings and all the food's out.
Everyone's got their holiday clothes on.
Yeah, everyone has their holiday best on, and there's Owen shirtless. Like super tired, but hyper. Just maybe taking a bite every 15 minutes of food.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Just eating
I forgot
cookies.
about that.
But we have a couple pictures of him just sitting at the dining room table, and his cousin who was sitting next to him looked at him and was like, ugh, he has no shirt on. He was so shocked that his cousin didn't have a shirt on.
And they generally don't have shirts on when they're home, both of them.
Yeah, our kids don't love clothes, so they just kind of run around in underwear or diapers. And
yeah. Actually, it's funny because if you've seen any pictures of our kids, generally they don't have clothes on. And I actually, a coworker once asked me, and he goes, so do you just keep your house at 80 degrees all the time? Why do your kids never have clothes on? And I was like, no, I mean, we keep it at 69, 70, 71, depending on how cold it is out. But it's not 80, that's still fairly warm for most people.
Yeah, that's still fairly warm.
But it's not 80 degrees.
Yeah, and we also have it that warm because they never wear clothes.
Right, yeah. Maybe if we turned it down to 65 like a normal family, maybe they'd put clothes on or just run around in blankets. Who knows?
Probably just blankets.
Probably.
I also just remembered that on Christmas Eve, if you've listened to our traditions one, you know about Creepy Santa.
Oh, yeah.
So Creepy Santa is visiting. He's come into the door. Dave is holding Owen, and Dave's videotaping. Oh, yeah. It was amazing. I'm holding
lots of
Emmy.
videos. Still going through and organizing that.
Yeah, Emmy was pretty skeptical about Creepy Santa. This is really her first year. She was 4 months last time, so this is
the first year she'll remember, potentially.
That she actually could have a reaction to Creepy Santa. So she was pretty skeptical, and we were in the back of the group for most of the time. But Owen kept staring at Creepy Santa going, I think that's Nana under there. I think that's Nana. We kept saying, no, buddy, that's Santa. Santa's coming to visit. Nana's around here somewhere. Maybe she's in the bathroom, whatever.
And this was unprompted. It wasn't like people were whispering or anything like that.
Everyone's
this was
very
his own
good about it.
Conclusion.
Yeah, he kept staring scrutinizing Santa as Santa was walking in and handing out some presents, and he just kept saying, that's Nana under there. And we kept saying, no, buddy, that's Santa. He came to visit. We're so lucky. And again, he's looking, and finally he goes, I can see the eyes. It's Nana. So Dave and I are cracking up and trying to tell him, no, it's Santa.
I think we actually have this on video.
We do have it on video.
Because I think I had it turned around, and maybe if I can ever get to finishing editing all that video, maybe I'll just pull that snapshot out and throw it up on the website.
Because it's pretty good.
I forgot about that. That was funny.
Not quite 3 years old and putting 2 and 2 together. I see the eyes.
Kids,
that's
man.
Nana. I was like, oh, shoot. We're in trouble.
We didn't go to Mall Santa this year, so.
No. And then.
It's too dangerous.
At one point, Santa had told the kids to check upstairs because he magicked presents up there. So everyone but Emmy went up. And then Santa tried to come over
while that was happening and say hi to Emmy. And that's when she lost it and screamed like...
And I didn't see that because I was upstairs.
Yeah. She screamed like Santa was literally trying to attack her when really Santa was trying to come up and just say hello. And we had to back away slowly from Santa.
There will be plenty of good stories about this in the coming years as the kids get older and the reactions get better.
There's usually a lot of tears from the other cousins. There weren't really any this year, but
they're all a year older now.
Some of them would get so anxious about Santa coming that they would literally be in tears, not because they were excited for presents, but they are so scared of creepy Santa that they would cry.
They're getting older now. I think they're figuring it out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, that's all I got for Christmas. You got anything else?
Yeah, no, those were my key things for Christmas.
All right. Well, we're getting into this quick here.
Yeah. More to come in 2022.
Maybe all of our podcasts will be this short. Who knows? Probably not.
I know. This is really short for us. Normally, we jabber on for much longer.
Yeah. Apparently, in 2022, we're not wasting time.
No. Tell us if you like the shorter length. Tell us if you want us to chat longer.
Either way, it's going to be what it is.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Spillproof podcast. As always, reach out to us at spillproofpodcast@gmail.com.
We'd love to hear from you all, and we can't wait to talk with you next time.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.